Nhưng mà chờ tí rồi là bánh bao này, bánh bao ngon lò quá. Ồ, bánh bao này nó để tôi đi tiếp phụ kiện nhá. Tôi sẽ không tóm gọn thời gian qua chụp vừa cái tới vui đấy. Ngon brief conclusion. Tôi không biết là nói chuyện với ai bây giờ.
Nicely done. That was a joy to watch. Perfect timing on the turns. You kept your craft stable on the straightaway. It was like watching a well-rehearsed show.
Yeah.
All right. It's high time I introduced you to some of the more serious business that the Crux takes on. Come with me. We're going to Liyue Harbor.
Ngon. Đúng rồi, nó ngạc quá. Tôi đúng cu nó hay có những trường hợp như này. Các bạn được hay hay nhẹ kiểu khô họng quá nhẹ, kiểu nhẹ nhàng không cũng mắt thứ như kiểu cái mắt để tôi đổi sang nhân vật kia. Các bạn chờ tôi tí rồi tôi chỉnh độ sáng đến màn hình nắng quá rồi chả nhìn thấy gì.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like... You may be aware that as an armed fleet, the Crux is kind of like the maritime equivalent. We work as an armed carrier, earning our keep by successfully... Aside from that, though, there is also one other important way we make income.
Actually, it's trading. In certain kind.
Hey!
Cut it. Juza sent me here.
Okay. Be careful. Well, she has something to take care of.
Cái này giống như cái mà tôi đã đi rồi từ sáng này.
Mora Grubber was right though. Importing here, you'll see what I mean by. Come on, let's go.
What? Wait. Bị té xuống dưới rồi. Có lẽ là phải đi về phía nào đó. Vì nếu như mà đứng ở đấy thì tôi đã đi rồi. Đi.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? First of all, I thought, but what is this?
What is the biggest danger facing crew member? Biggest danger facing thì chúng ta sẽ bảo là physics.
that your final answer? As you've just learned, the fleet plots its route. The supplementary chart has lots of lines.
Black has a lot of line in various color for adding different. What purpose of this line?
Okay, interesting. On longer voyages, we have to be especially careful. So my question is, how can we reliably predict water spouts so we can...
So we can avoid them. Plus why focus in brown. The ring white cloud.
Okay, those are all my questions. Do you want to know how you did? Congratulations, you... wait a second. They didn't seem to be. Did you get them wrong on... just kidding. I know you wouldn't do that. In that case, how about we take a trip back to Liyue? I've actually been...
Vậy là có được thì câu trả lời đúng rồi, sao mà tôi nhớ được.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? I thought it would take you a while longer. First of all, but what is the...
Seasick.
As you've just learned, the supplementary...
Various as referred.
Okay, on longer voyages. So my... Okay, those are all my questions. Congratulations. Did you get them wrong? Just... In that case, I've actually...
Không phải, nếu như mà tôi trả lời được ấy là tôi sẽ được khoan dưới môn. Vấn đề là vậy, bây giờ tôi không nhớ được.
I can't wait.
Rồi sao? Ủa? Cái gì vậy? Ủa nó phải chỉ cho tôi vị trí ấy. Rồi.
Hello, traveler. I'm Yin. Whenever a sailor has a health problem, they come to me. I deal with it all. Oh, I presume the captain arranged this, correct? All right, first of all, let me ask you this. What do you think is the biggest danger that all new crew members face? That can certainly be a problem at sea, but it's not the biggest danger. I have seen many new crew members who see themselves as young and fighting fit and have no regard for safety. They think that since those are the ones that always end up in the sick bay. Everyone should know that being a sailor, especially on a long, we have to face malnutrition when we're short on supplies. All kinds of injuries and diseases that the harsh ocean weather can bring, and even the psychological to make things worse. The lack of medication and treatment options at sea can result in even minor health problems. Oh, you probably thought I was joking, right? Oh, but hopefully you now realize that, well, I think, is there anything else you would like to know? Wow.
Vậy đó không phải là tất cả.
Sorry about earlier, traveler. We were so caught up on getting you to join the fleet that we didn't notice we were going a little overboard. Good thing the captain stepped in. Oh, well, in that case, you have come to the right. I'll start by introducing some chart reading essentials for new sailors. Feel free. Let's start with what to look for when you get a set of complicated charts. First, you should always look at any indicated shorelines, islands or reefs, water depths. Keep these features in mind. Visually, the most advanced. It's worth mentioning that under some cartographers mark out other. But if we don't, fortunately, I don't think anyone other. Oops.
Tao sẽ ăn bánh mì
Would like to know, traveler? My pleasure. A friend of Captain.
Món bự ngon quá. Giờ là ăn cái bao bánh mì ngon quá. Hít thở. Ta với mày không leo mà tuyên bố là làm tôi bị khó chịu ấy. Tao ăn bánh mì ngọt quá.
All expenses paid travel? Count me in.
Con không vấn đề à? Mà nó có bạn nói cờ này được là nghe được.
Yep.
It's working. Oh my god, it's working.
Hello, traveler. Are you here to learn about marine meteorology? In my life, I saw the captain showing you around the training grounds, and then you went to see Yingxing and Huixing. So I figured that she probably wants you to get to know the life of a crew member. Okay, let's get started. Marine meteorology basically means keeping tabs on the weather as well as other ocean phenomena. So things like sea fog, storm surges, water spouts, and so on. These are all potential threats to safe navigation. Luckily, take water spouts, for example. They're caused by high-speed rotating winds on the surface of the ocean. They can engulf large ships and do immense damage. But if you know that water spouts can only form in an environment with high temperature, high humidity, and large clouds, then you can be well prepared. You will be even more alert if you also know that the presence of winds blowing in opposite directions with a significant difference in speed and most importantly, if you spot a small white vortex emerging from the clouds, you should immediately notify the crew to steer clear of
Small vortex.
There you go. Those are the warning signs of, well, do you know the small... Later, she made her way to... If it wasn't for you, who would ever... It proves that having skills alone... Find me anytime if you want...
Alright. Nó sẽ tẹt bộ. Tại vì tôi để video trên mạng coi.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? Well, you gotta admit that. First of all, but what is...
Về amputation, nó nói về amputation.
Hmm? Is that your final? As you've just learned, the fleet, the supplementary Okay, on longer voyage. So my
Why protect working cloud?
Okay, those are congratulations. You did you get them? Just in that case, I've actually...
Có thể là cô C. Quay lại cô C. Rồi. Tôi tay đó, tôi không có nhớ được cái gì. Các bạn biết tôi là thằng như nào, tôi có nhớ cái gì đâu.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? Now you know. First of all, life on the sea isn't always plain sailing. Injuries, but what is... As you've just the supplementary Okay, on longer voyage. So my... Okay, congratulations. Did you get them? Just in that case, I've actually...
Là như nào? Thực sự là khó đấy nhá. Gì chứ?
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? I thought it would take you a while longer. First of all, but what is the single... As you've just learned, the supplementary Okay, on longer voyage. So my question is...
Dark strong wing opposite direct plus ring white vortex in the cloud ring of white vortex.
Okay, congratulations. Did you get them wrong? Just in that case,
Có thể là câu cuối là sai. Vì cái special location là 100% là đúng. Tôi tin luôn các bạn. Sao mà tôi nhớ được?
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh?
Tao nghe con này của mày hơn chục lần rồi.
First of all, but what is the... As you've just the supplementary... Okay, on longer voyage. So my Okay, congratulations. Something wrong. Just in that case, I've actually... So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? I thought it would take you a while longer. So, what did you think? First of all, but what is the single biggest danger facing crew members?
What is the biggest danger facing crew member?
As you've just learned, the supplementary Okay, yeah, on longer voyages. So my question... Okay, those are all my congratulations. Did you get them wrong? Just in that case, I've actually...
Béo gai này. Là amputation, chắc chắn là amputation luôn ấy.
First of all, but what is... As you've just left the supplementary... on longer voyage. So my okay, those are all my congratulations. Did you get them wrong?
Có thể là
I've
BB
actually been
và
hoping for the chance to give you an insider look at how some of the cruxes.
BB và
So you've already finished. First of all, but what is this? So, as you've just learned, the supplementary.
of current nghĩa là cái gì đó, giống như là kia nó nói là những cái rừng rậm hay cái gì đấy.
And on longer voyages. So my question. Okay, congratulations. Did you get them wrong on
Còn cả
purpose or? Just in that case, how about we take a trip back to Liyue Harbor? Looks like you and the sea are not made for each other. Dry land is where you really come into your own.
report.
I've actually.
Lần cuối nha, lần cuối nha, lần cuối lần không được. Yeah.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? That took you a while longer. So,
Tôi chỉ nói các bạn không có được.
first of all, but what is the? So, as you've just learned, the supplementary. Okay. On longer voyages, we have to be especially careful to avoid certain weather hazards that pose a threat to the integrity of the ship and the lives of the crew. For example, water spouts. So, my question. Okay, those are all my questions. Congratulations, you... wait a second, you didn't pass. Were my questions too difficult? Did you get them wrong on... just kidding. In that case, I've actually been hoping for the chance to give you an insider look at how some of the Crux's important business is conducted.
Cho gì gọi là cho tôi làm lại. Tôi muốn làm lại bài kiểm tra miệng này. Lần cuối tôi nói thật luôn, nói thật tôi lưng cuốn luôn.
So you've already... you gotta admit, but... First of all, but what is...
Này tôi có thao đây là
supplementary chart. Okay, on longer void. So my question. Okay, I gotta say, each time I think you got them all correct. They were okay then. Now it's time to apply that endless talent of yours to learning some new. You need to realize this is why we offer a lot of fun. Oh, and thank each newcomer. Of course, if you'd prefer wrestling, if I remember correct.
photography session.
What's going on here?
Oh, Captain, there you are. Well, Captain, the photography teacher just sent word saying that she...
I see. That's quite unfortunate. Oh? Quite the multi-talent. In that case, why don't you help us?
Yeah, unfortunately, the original teacher canceled at short notice, so it would be great if the Traveler could step in as the teacher for the day.
It's up to you, Traveler. Great. It's
Đâu
settled
bố?
then. Juzo, let's muster every...
Yes, Captain.
Mày ấy cái tính. Yeah.
That should be everyone. Take it away, Traveler. Oh yeah? What's that? Fair enough. It seems like you already have someone in mind. So, who will it be? Me? Well, we could do that. Or, Guyunstone Forest looks extraordinary today. It'd be a pity to not capture the scene. So how about we snap Guyunstone Forest for today's class? Then there'd be no need for a model.
Không. Không đúng mày.
Come on, Captain. We talked about this. The photography class is supposed to be portrait photography. Have you forgotten? Scenery looks nice at first, but it gets boring after a while. I bet it'd keep the crew more entertained if we got them learning portrait photography so they could record. Those were your exact words, Captain.
Were they now? Strange. I don't seem to remember anything about that. Well, then in that case, how about Huixing? I bet she's perfect for Fuzhong, or Mora Grubber.
Seriously, Captain? Little Yue? You're just trying to wriggle your way out of this. This isn't like you. You are the captain after all. Of all of us, you're the best suited to being...
I agree. Besides, Captain, we can even use it to...
Riêng mình thì gãi mà các bạn hiểu thôi đúng không? Cười.
Well, if... So, what do I do now, Traveler?
Just happy post. Okay. Tôi sẽ
Like this?
đúng rồi.
You're kidding, right? I've never had my photo taken before, but something this simple shouldn't... It must be the lighting or something. You've got it wrong. I never said that. You mean go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Yes.
Sounds good to me. That's a good idea, isn't it, guys?
The lighting may... But I'm... Oh, just to be...
Okay, let's go, bro.
Fishing village near Wangshu Inn? That place is deserted now. How do you even know that place anyway? It's tiny. I don't think I've ever seen it on a single map. I'm surprised that you remember such a trivial detail. He's right, though. Well then, let's go.
Cái khu vực ngoài rìa này. Tại vì cái khu vực ngoài rìa này nó vẫn có cái chỗ đánh cá bên trong khu vực này. Thế là thường tôi cũng đi ở khu vực đó. Nó vẫn có nhà. Kiểu nào sống trong gần khu vực đấy. Tại vì tôi nghi là ở cái khu vực này nó vẫn là của Ligue, mà nó bị bạc qua đây vẫn là của Ligue. Monster nó vẫn sẽ mở rộng hơn nữa, nó không bị nghẹt vào cách đó đâu, tôi nghi lắm chứ không phải là không có đâu. Không. Tại vì như thế là tôi có thể đi vào cái này. Kiểu nó cũng nhanh hơn. Hôm nay tôi sẽ làm ba người ấy. Cái tốc độ như này chắc tiện.
It was never that impressive, but at least back in the day it was a lively village and home to... I wonder how long these last few old houses were. Nothing as dramatic as you might think. A few small... Come on, let's take a walk around. People used to call this place Downriver because the villagers apparently moved here from a place called Upriver. With them, they
Oh, yeah.
brought knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation. I learned a lot from them when I was here. Now upriver is long gone, and downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called. Zhong. Right. I was homeless and had to wander around the streets. I remember finally managing to find half a rice bun, but half a rice bun was not something I was willing to give up so easily at the time. So I chased it all the way to this neighborhood, and a few fishermen saw us running and stopped me. They were kind enough to give me some food. Seeing me stop, the dog also stopped running, but straight away it keeled over and never got up again. Maybe it was too tired, or maybe it had starved to death. I went over and saw that the dog still had the half rice bun in its mouth. It didn't let go even at the very end. Poor thing. Had I known the dog was so weak, I would have let it take that half rice bun. I could tell they were wary of me at first, but I got lucky. The village chief took pity on me and brought me to their home. Do you know what the name Beidou means? Come on. About a year or two after I arrived, the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse, and the fishermen's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch. But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me in. They said I was bad luck. They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived. Next thing you know, the village chief dies, and then all the fish die out. They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beidou. Then some of the villagers started shouting, and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beidou controls death. Beidou controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beidou was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death.
Oh.
Here we are. This is the old house of the village chief. I bet he never expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Is that all? And let me guess. You got to Inazuma and the Electro Archon's Gnosis? Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grand... I appreciate it. Let's not forget that the people whose names I, for one, have never encountered a storm. Your journey's far from over, isn't it? Just if you ever find some idiot trying to brand you as a scapegoat just because you're the one who lived to tell the tale, remember, you'll always have the captain of the crop. I gotta dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher? Come on, let's not... So? Do I need... All right.
Thường cũng không lưu cái bút để
So, is it done yet? Please don't tell me that it looks weird. Show me. Yeah, sure, whatever. Now give it. Yes. Now, as captain of the Crux, I am exercising my official right to requisition this photograph for future promotion and recruitment purposes. So I'm afraid I'll be holding on to this. That's fine with you though, right?
Ờ. À. Dạ. Bắt bờ lỡ nhau quá, cuộc đời khó đẹp.
Here we are. I bet he never expected. What do you mean? Is that? And let me guess. I appreciate it. Let's not forget, for one, that your journey's far. So if you ever find some, remember, you'll all.
Nơi đừng cắn tao nữa.
Two cursed skate. I kind of dig it. I'm lucky to have a. Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Come on, let's not. So. What? The nerve! What do you think this is? I don't want to do this whole modeling thing. Hey, cut it out. No more pictures.
Tôi không hiểu. Mày câu chuyện đắt bờ vãi tức. Trời luôn á.
Well, would you look who's here?
Ahoy there, Trav. Hey, I heard that you took care of enough. That's what I heard.
Captain's got quite the eye for people. She's... I've heard that they...
Hey. I was worried you'd be too busy to show up.
Oh,
Cap, yeah, come on.
She's on.
Yeah,
All right, so it goes.
no doubt about
But then again, so should a hero? Well, if that.
Great.
Remember, isn't that why every.
yes?
I guess I almost
Just be. I'm glad you came. Welcome back aboard. Some rumor. I can't go get it as the head of the. But then again, their excitement to. All good then. Let's talk about it. After we dropped you off in Rito, we found a shipwreck nearby. Probably belonged to. We searched the wreckage and found. At first, I thought it was a nautical chart. I was thinking we might discover, but after a closer look, I realized it wasn't a map of the sea at all. It was a Liwa treasure map, and no ordinary one at that. Nothing like that. I just mean that the map was a mess. So it was the most I could. As for its exact, I'd say I've explored Liwa pretty extensively, but still, this one managed to. So I thought of you. Nobody can beat you when it comes to treasure hunting on land, right? Is that right? Here's the map. See what you can make. So, where do you think it is?
Cái lô gì thế này?
Guili Plains. Huh, I never would have gotten that. How can you tell? Oh, so you do live up to the hype. I can't believe you noticed that. Let's head over there and take a look.
Không, tôi không biết đó là cái gì cả. Không chắc tôi biết được. Gì nó đi. Tôi cũng đã biết dấu ích rồi. Cái gì? Ngày xưa thì tôi cầm cái trình tôi đi. Bạn món đồ ngày xưa tôi đi đúng không? Tôi sẽ đồ. Bây giờ mình chỉ lại. Như là một cái bất kỳ nước mong nào. Thường là thằng da đen.
should be a... Who are they? Oh, it's a bunch of treasure There are quite a few of them. If things... I'm more than a match for these amateurs.
Keep digging, boys. Once we have our hands on the treasure, everyone gets a share.
You can all hold it right there.
Huh? Who's that barking orders? Do you know who you're up against here? Keep going if you got a death wish. What the? Captain Beto. Run, boys, run!
Nobody move.
Captain Beto, Lord of the Ocean. This is all my fault. I didn't know who I was up against. I don't have a death wish. I swear. I got a big mouth is all. It's always saying things it shouldn't. I swear I'll wash it out with soap the moment I get back. Please, have mercy. Will you spare us? Well, spare them, at least. These guys are just trying to put food in their mouths. They'd never hurt a soul. If you need to take anyone, take me. It was me that disrespected you. They never did, and never...
Is that right? Fine. Seems like you've got a heart in there somewhere, seeing how you treat your crew. I'll let you off the hook this time. Get out of here!
Thank you, Captain Beto.
Wait.
Yes? What else might the merciful and mighty Beto require?
This treasure's still up for grabs. The Crux fleet honors the rule of first come, first served. You found it first, so name your price. I can't have any rumors going around about Captain Beto stealing other...
Captain Beto! We wouldn't dare take more from you. Take the treasure as an apology for my foolish words. Please, take it. Please.
Oh? Well, if you insist. I accept your kind offer, and I'll make you one in return. You don't seem like terrible folks, so let me help you get onto the right track. If you want to mend your ways and put all this behind you, the Crux can probably arrange some odd jobs in the port for you. It'd be humble work, but at least it'd get you on your feet and making an honest living. A much better deal than what you've got going now, if you ask.
Wow, thank you, Captain Beto. On behalf of me and all my boys.
Right. Let's see what we've got in here.
This
This isn't what we're looking for. Let's look around. Maybe we'll find it. Those rocks look kind of weird. Let's see if... Nothing. Let's keep looking.
Đó, mà không mày có làm cái gì đâu. Cái đồng...
What are those hilly trolls digging for? Wait, actually, I've heard they sometimes dig for buried treasure. Let's go take a closer look.
As a good knight should.
Nope, not here. Now that we've searched all the places of interest, it's
Captain Beto! Captain Beto!
Good.
Huh? Hey, what brings you back?
Captain Beto! Actually, we've just been wandering around nearby. We didn't go far, because we were thinking about what you said, and... well, me and the boys decided we're ready to move away from all of this and get on the straight and narrow.
Oh? Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay then. But I'll warn you right now, you won't have it easy. It might just be menial work in the port, but in the eyes... So there'll be a grueling test you have...
I understand. Truth be told, Captain, it's only because it's you, the mighty and honorable Captain Beto. If it had been an end, since you made us this kind offer, I'd like to ask, if I might be so bold, is there any hope at...
Well, there's no place in the Crux for delusions of grandeur, that's for sure. But then again, everybody has to start somewhere. So, it comes down to you. If you manage to impress me and earn the respect of my crew, then yeah, nothing's impossible.
Thank you, Captain Beto. I couldn't help but notice you were searching.
Why? Do you have any clues?
We heard about 2 treasures. So maybe the other one might be what... Not too far from here. All the info we got about this treasure came from the black market. Drunkenly I gazed at the ruins long forsaken, and lay beneath red leaves whose branches cast a crooked shade. The dusk sun shone upon this. As for the ruins long forsaken part, but beyond that line, I'm just not.
So, see my friend here? Am I right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, come.
let's go.
These are the long forsaken, but judging by the state of them now,
And drunkenly, I gazed. Do you have any ideas? Somewhere you can see the ruins from. So, somewhere not too far from here? Yeah, and maybe the shadow cast by the tree.
oh, I got it.
Dusk and the shadow of a red. Let's take a look around.
Là nhân vật cùng tôi thường đi để đi đánh quả explore, chứ ngày xưa tôi dùng hết toàn bộ là dụng này.
Found it! At last, you really came through. We found that without your help, I don't think I ever would have gotten my
Yeah.
Not much, but enough for an average person to survive on for a while. When I found the treasure map, it was tightly sealed inside a. I'll let you read it for. Finished? Yeah, I can't fault him for what he did. Well, let's fulfill his final wish by taking this check.
Cho người biết ra quả mình.
Well, this is it. Oh, boys, it's time for your first job. Give this check to the old lady who lives in that wooden hut. Tell her it's a welfare payment from the Liu.
Yes, boss.
What's up? But you only find sakura blooms in certain places. Let's just pick one, huh? You've already helped me out so much. Okay, off you go then. Take her the sakura bloom along with your child in a faraway.
Tôi sẽ chấp nhận điều đó, tôi luôn chấp nhận điều này. Vì có đừng phá xe tôi đây. Nữ thì tôi cũng sẽ gọi là ưu tiên hơn. Ý gọi đấy hiểu đi. Chúng ta có thể chia là một cái đoạn như là ta đi đến cái vị trí cái đạp được.
So after we dropped you off we searched the wreckage, and at first I thought, but after a closer look, as for I'd say it, so I thought of you. Is that right? Here's the map. So, Jingta Village. I don't see the resemblance at all. How'd you come to that conclusion? Oh, you're coming with.
Bởi vì tất chắn là nó phải chia đôi bởi vì cái làm sao mà nó lại tập trung được. Nếu như mà tôi không stream thì tôi đi nhanh, tôi đi như một thằng áo đá. Mai tôi không stream nên là tôi sẽ đi fast nhanh.
hasn't been all that, but I'm glad you picked today. You're just that I'm too old to get through to.
Rest assured, Granny Zhuoshin, whatever the situation is, the Traveler and I will take care of it.
Oh, thank goodness. It's Captain Beto. You couldn't have come at a better time.
Captain, please. Help me get justice.
Whoa, hey. What exactly?
It makes me mad just talking about it. G here, I don't know if he's got a screw loose or what his problem is. But I asked him to pay compensation, but he refused. Now, how is that fair?
Captain, I'm innocent. They're not even my finches. I just thought they looked kind of cute, you know, so I fed them a couple of times. They're wild birds, though.
A couple times? Are you kidding me? That's rich. Really rich. There were 2 of them when you first started. 2 finches. Now you have a whole roof full of finch nests. I swear, every time I come by your place, I think I'm at a bird market. I'm telling you, you are not gonna get away with this anymore.
So, yeah. I mean, they laid a few eggs, made a few nests. But finches gotta finch, you know. These are wild birds.
So that's how it is. I think I got the picture. What's your take? Yeah. Gee, let's say I'm interested in buying these finches off you. What would you...
Are you serious, Captain? Oh, that would be great. Honestly, with all this trouble they've been causing me lately, they've become a bit of a burden. So if you're happy to take them off my hands, that...
All right. Deal. My only condition is, you have to use some of the money to compensate Wenjing for her losses.
Oh, come on. But I never raised them, did I?
Well, you tell me. You took my deal, that means you admitted to being the owner, doesn't it? Otherwise, what gives you the right to sell them to me?
Captain Beto's right. If you didn't raise them, what makes you think you can go taking her money for them, huh?
Don't worry. My offer includes plenty left over for you after
Thì
deducting the
rồi
compensation.
cuối cùng cái ông đấy nó cũng chỉ là cái đống đùi gà thôi.
This way, you get something back for looking after them.
Okay, then. Okay.
I hope you two are very grateful indeed to Beto.
Granny Zhuoshin, as you know, the fleet wouldn't be what it is today without them. So, gee, Wenjing, I guess you're...
Captain Beto. Captain Beto.
Pops Shing! It's been a long...
Don't get me started. I've been having some real trouble with that neighbor of mine, Jen. We keep having the same I heard you were in the village, so I rushed over to see.
What's the issue?
Oh, come with me. You'll see. Let's go.
Trời ơi, con này nó đến là nó tập tất tật việc tại sao ai thì còn mày cái vật đến mức độ không thể giải quyết được vấn đề của bài à.
Captain Beto.
I heard that you and Pops Shing had a...
Jen planted a tree on his property a few years. I had no issue with it at the time. Every morning when I get up and open the window, I just want to feel the sun on my face. But I'm greeted instead by the looming shop. I asked Jen to cut it down so I could get some sunlight back on my... But he said no! It's like he's done this on purpose just to drive me crazy.
Captain Beto, you gotta believe me. I didn't intend to block the sunlight, but there's nothing I can do about it now. It's not just any old tree, you see. That tree was planted there by my late father. Not long after he planted it, he passed away. And just before he passed, he left me with some parting words. He said our family's fortune was inauspicious, and we needed something to suppress the bad luck. That's what he planted the tree for. How can I just chop it down? I'll be honest, I spent a few years studying in Liyue Harbor, so I don't actually share his superstitious beliefs. But still, that doesn't change the fact that this was my father's dying wish.
Okay, I think I'm all clear on the... What are you thinking? I was thinking along the same lines as you. Look, Pops, I'm not trying to make excuses for Zhen, but just try putting yourself in his shoes for a moment. Zhen's desire to protect his tree isn't for money or because he wants to hurt anyone. He just wants to honor his father's dying...
Yeah. When you put it like that.
Pops, if you can agree to it, I'll have a word with Granny Zhuoshin and see about getting you some money from the relief fund as compensation for as for the tree.
That sounds good to me. Whatever you think, Captain Beta, the tree can stay. Some compensation would make me feel much better about...
Thank you, Captain Beto. And thank you for understanding Pop's Xing. I'll make sure to trim it back when I get home to let some more light through. It'll be such a relief not to have to worry about this anymore. On a separate note, I remember the Crux last visited the village not very long. Is there some special reason?
Nothing all that.
Huh? Treasure? I don't know if it's related to the one...
Really? Okay.
I think just
Speed of light. Huh?
Beto, you're just in time. Defu's being completely unreasonable.
What happened?
I'm not being unreasonable, Captain. I got Chongping to help me plow my land because it's the busy season. And then, what do you know? He plows up a treasure chest. Way I see it, it's my land. So the treasure belongs to me, right? I think it's a pretty clear-cut case.
có cái cốt cặn cho tụi tao.
You say that, Defu. But what you're forgetting is that I came to help you plow your fields out of the goodness of my heart. And you haven't paid me a single mora. It was also my plowing that turned up this chest. However you cut it, surely I'm entitled to at least some of the treasure.
Domestic drama just keeps coming today. What are your thoughts?
Chỉ đợi hai điều cơ thì
Okay, I think I'm up to speed here. If as for the costs, I'll cover them. Neither of you seems thrilled about... I'll be straight with you. The reason I came here today was to look for some treasure. Chances are it's hiding right there in the chest you're both fighting over. So, how about you two stop fighting over it and do me a favor by handing it to me? Of course, I'll be indebted to both of you. If either of you ever needs anything in the future, the Crux will not hesitate to lend you our support.
Captain, you're far too kind, really. Indebted? That won't be necessary. If you want this chest...
Yep, totally agree. You should have said something.
It seems like it's been quite a busy day for you. Help it. Come on, let's go to the village. I'll rally the masses. We'll get some good food and good drink.
Don't worry about the chest.
bắt đầu theo hết rồi. Chết tôi rồi.
Fine day today has...
She sure has. Without Yeah, and if it weren't for Captain Beto, I'd still be
Here. We have plenty to thank Captain Beto for.
To Captain Beto.
I couldn't ask for more than... That really hit the spot. Want to get some air? The view in this place is pretty. We can take a look through the contents of that chest while we're at it. Chongping placed it by the water wheel. Are you kidding? Beto can handle her liquor. Come on, let's go. So, I've been thinking. But don't you think you can laugh? I had no clue who it should belong to. But I mean, I'm no Ningguang. I can't make a perfect deal. And I'm no Yanfei either. Not all my judgment calls are gonna be... I am Beto. And my strength... You think I should... Some people think their favors are so valuable. Others see doing favors as a burden. Not worth anything, but the way I see it, favors are what keep people over thousands of years. The people of this means that no individual is truly on their own. Over the years, I've come to owe favors to a great many people, and many other people have come to owe me one. These are the countless bonds between us, like so many fish in the sea. And they're the reason that the Crux and I have survived the countless hardships. I believe that if there ever comes a day when the world is overrun by monsters, Liyue's legal system collapses and the land is thrust back into an age of... It's these bonds that will see us all through the dark days ahead. I'm not saying that. But either way, we have a pretty firm bond between us all. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something we were literally just talking about. Oh, yeah, the chest! Come on, let's open it. It's not exactly what I was looking for. But you know what? I don't care. The fun part was going on a trip. Come on, let's get back to the party. Tonight?
Yeah, nên là mình vui rồi. Mình có biết cái câu chuyện của nó là như thế nào. Hay rồi. Còn 3 người nữa là sẽ tới cái đống này. Rồi phải chứng kỳ lòi gì luôn. Chợ kỳ hồi. Chờ kỳ nghĩa là sao? Nghĩa là tôi muốn làm cái gì thì tôi phải chờ ngày hôm đấy. Tại vì tôi không có phải là ngày sau tôi lấy thêm kỳ. Có cái tôi còn quên. Xong rồi ngày hôm sau phải chờ đi. Đúng không cháu?
Can't you send someone any sooner? The clock is ticking and I need this resolved ASAP.
I'm sorry, but we don't have any adventurers available at this instant.
Dạ vâng.
Your timing is most optimal. Allow me to introduce Yuning, manager of the Yunhan Opera Troupe. She has commissioned the
Traveler? Ugh, Yoonjin is always talking about you. Please, you've got to help us find her. Yep, she's gone and disappeared. Now of all times, just days away from the big performance. All she left...
After the decision, everything they play with my friend and partners in watch the deep work to do through passport. Chờ thôi bọn mày. Cái gì
If our audience doesn't get to see Yoonjin on stage, we'll start tearing the place down. I mean, what am I supposed to do, huh?
That's what I said too, but...
Look, when you're a mega, why does she have to go and practice somewhere so Well then, what if she gets into a scrape and hurts her?
As you can see, this is what we're up against. Would you be willing to accept this commission?
Oh, wonderful. Ugh, thank the stars. Please, you've got to bring her back, safe and sound.
Okay. Oh. Trong một đợt đi quest này tôi sẽ đi buồn ngủ quá, ngày mai 5 giờ tôi đủ dậy. Tôi làm việc dậy tối tôi chơi đi. Nào.
Leave it all to me.
Freeze!
Nowhere to hide.
Cool it! Oh, so.
Speed of light. Hey! With sword comes shadow.
Oh, it's you. I do apologize.
I didn't see you there.
Có nghĩa là nó sẽ không thấy tôi nữa, bây giờ tôi sập máy rồi thôi đừng. Yeah.
What brings you all the way up here? Oddly enough, I was just thinking of scheduling a meeting with you later.
Chắc là nó không phải vì bài đâu.
I didn't expect to run into you here, of all places. Ah, I see. So Yunning sent you. I did tell her not to worry. But on this occasion, it seems I'm rather lucky you came. You've helped me avert a major catastrophe.
Okay.
It's a pity, though. I was so close to achieving the state of mind that Shenhe was talking about. Do you remember what Shenhe said about the divine damsel fighting against the evil monster? That in reality, she hadn't acted as courageously as the operatic rendition would have you believe. That it was simply a matter of life and death, and she chose self-preservation.
Yeah.
Granted, she later admitted that she preferred the version of events given in the opera, with its portrayal of a divine heroine sacrificing herself for but after giving it a lot of consideration, I think that this character is defined by her emotional complexity, and even uncertainty. So the more emotions I can experience for myself, the wider range I will have to draw on in my performance. If access to a different state of mind can help me provide a fresh interpretation of the character and her actions, well, surely it will take my acting skills to the next level. That's why I came here.
Thì fan với con khoái à? Trời ơi, không biết được.
My plan was to take it slowly. Start by just dipping my toe in, as it were. But once I started, I just got completely drawn in. I feel like I was so close to a breakthrough here. You've defeated an ancient god before. How am I supposed to experience genuine danger if you're here with me?
Có thể fan tao sẽ điên lên và fan mày. Chán rồi.
I suppose I had better return to Liyue Harbor for now. I wonder whether I have gained anything useful from this trip.
Thế thôi à? Mạnh sẽ lại. Thế thôi. Đó, thế tôi đưa về rồi. Tôi sẽ để một hôm con. Sự thật.
What's the hurry?
Tôi không biết tại sao.
Can you put a few more adventurers on the case or something? The clock's still ticking away.
Please have faith in her. Ah, they've returned.
Yunning, we're back.
Yunjin, are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy?
No, I'm fine. You don't need to worry. When it's time to go on stage, I'll be there.
Look, I get it. You like to go out exploring. That's fine. But do you really have to go off thrill-seeking this close to the show? You have to take better care of yourself, okay? For all our sakes. For the opera troupe and for your audience. We're just lucky we had the Traveler to help out. What if something had happened to you, huh? What would I say to our audience,
Well, I would say the best way to make it up to our audience is to give them the best performance we can. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
While I'm off stage, as long as there is something, anything I can do to improve my acting ability, even the slightest amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
You know, I don't know what to say anymore. Traveler, please, you tell her.
Mình mới đã nói gì? Thì chuyện nó đúng rồi mà.
So, what's your honest opinion?
Khi đã bùng cháy vì đam mê thì an toàn không có cạnh.
I'm glad you agree. Right, then let's get preparing.
Hey, Traveler, get over here.
No.
You've only just managed to bring Yunjin back. Now you're taking her straight back out again? What's the big idea?
Sẽ đưa nó về thôi.
The next show is just days away. Please, if not for me, then for the sake of the opera troupe, I'm begging you, help me convince her that at the end of the day, she's gotta fall in line. Well, okay, maybe that's asking the impossible, but at least try and keep her distracted. Please, just keep her occupied until the next show. No more thrill-seeking.
What are you two talking about? If it doesn't involve me, I think I'm going to...
You know what? It does involve you, actually. The Traveler was saying, come on, help me stall her.
Oh? Well, what do you need from me? You want to...
You do? Oh, yes, right. Good. Well, let's not beat around the bush.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm really ready to take on students yet.
Mày giỏi thế bởi vì trường dưỡng của tôi mà đã hiểu rồi.
Oh, please. This is the day you've dreamed of, isn't it? You certainly talk about it enough. And look, now she's here, ready and willing.
Okay, I get it. You can stop now. Whew. I am delighted that you wish to study the performing arts from me. But the issue is, before you could become my apprentice, I'd have to get approval from the founders that do an initiation ceremony. There just isn't time for all that right now. So, for now, I'll just teach you a few basics. Informally, one friend to another, there's no need to call me master. What? Don't you think that's a bit old-fashioned? Let's work on that later.
Bây giờ tao vẫn chờ nhá. Tao vẫn gọi giáo viên là giáo viên nhá.
Until we settle on an appropriate title, just call me by my name.
Giáo viên là từ cải học từ giáo viên. Và có từ ăn viện phát đốc cải học từ giáo viên. Có thể nói là vậy. Yeah. Ngày xưa tôi bị than mà tao đã bị cạnh.
Let's meet tomorrow morning on the bridge by the sea. I'll do my best to prepare.
Mấy sự đánh thành phố. Chích chợ.
Seems all the other knights already. It's fine.
Speed of light.
Nào tập trung nào. Tí tôi lại ngủ trên stream nữa lại tức thôi.
You're right, punctuality is an essential quality if you want to make it big in the acting world. Without it, you won't be able to keep on top of all the work you need to do each day. Well, first I'd like you to answer me one question. How many pigeons flew from the bridge when you were passing through? Close. It was 7. Anyway, the point of this question was to eyes are the medium for the transfer of emotion. Watching the birds fly, hover around, and come into land will not only exercise your eyesight, but also cultivate attentiveness. Indeed, my own daily training routine starts right here. I watch the pigeons to train my eyes, and I sing to the tide to train my voice. All in good time. Grasping all the techniques involved in opera singing and posture is not an overnight process. Let's start from the very beginning, with some general theory. Of course, I am in written correspondence with performers. For example, let's start with how would you perform yourself? Try to relive the events of that day when you were battling against an ancient god and fighting off the Fatui. What can you see? What did you feel?
Xong cuộc trò chuyện này tôi sẽ đi, bởi vì bây giờ tôi đang mất tập trung, tôi đang bắt đầu mất tập trung. Tôi đi như này.
Now, I want you to look out at the ocean in front of you and recall the raging. Take a deep breath. Now, gradually, embrace the scene, immerse yourself in it, and let all the emotions back in. Good, good. So that's how you felt. Next, I'd like you to focus on the goal you wanted to achieve at that time. Good, yes, okay. Good. Now, all of this overwhelming emotion is welling up inside of you, and I want you to let it all out. Stop. Wrong. This is all wrong. There's no emotion, no soul. Granted, the character you are trying to portray is your own self, but your performance didn't do the scene justice at all. I couldn't hear you fighting for your life while gargantuan waves were crashing all around you. What I heard was the sound of someone doing vocal exercises by the beach on a calm day. Here's the thing. When you're acting, it's not only about getting into character, you also have to recreate the scene in your mind as... Now, I appreciate that you did actually experience this particular... Maybe conjuring up specific details of your surroundings at the time is a little too advanced for novices. You're right. If we were looking for an environment to help evoke the emotions you felt at the time, I suppose we could try again. A little for... Oh? Don't worry, I was just thinking aloud. Besides, even at Guyunstone Fort, let's try something else. Come with me to the suburbs just north of Liyue Harbor. If you've got no objections, let's...
Ok, bây giờ là người trong buổi stream sau, bye bye.